If you like free lottery tickets, then you are going to love middle betting, okay? What I'm going to show you in this video is how to middle bet. So what middle betting is you're essentially looking for where sportsbooks have discrepancies in where they're setting a line, right? Maybe there's a player prop that's over 40 on FanDuel, under 45 on DraftKings, and you can middle it, hit the over on FanDuel, the under on DraftKings, so that if that player has exactly 43 rushing yards or whatever it is, you win both bets, but you'll never lose both bets. You'll always win at least one bet, or you'll win both. So we can go through an example, and then we can talk about some other examples. So here's the first example we might as well go through, okay? First quarter total points. So you can get the under 8.5 at minus 115 on Resorts World Bet, and you can get the over 7.5 at plus 118 on Caesars. So you're laying 100 to win 118 on Caesars if there's over 7.5 points, and you're laying 115 to win 100, right, if there is under 8.5 points on Resorts World Bet. So let's just go through the math. I think it may become more clear as we go through the math why middle betting is so powerful. So first we got to figure out how to find this wager. So what we can do is just go here, and then we can go to first quarter, and then we want to go to first quarter total, and we want under 7.5. So where is this bad boy? Or we wanted under 8.5. I apologize. So let's see how much they let me bet. I'll try to bet 500. We'll see if they take it. I'm new to the New York sports betting scene, so they're taking it. So this is the first bet we're on. So let me just go here, and our first bet is going to be under 8.5 first quarter points, and this is in the Falcons Saints game. And then this is going to be odds minus 115, and then this is going to be sportsbook, and this is going to be Resorts World Bet. So I don't have much of an agenda, and then this can be stake. And then this is going to be 500 bucks. Okay? So that's bet number one. Now we got to go to Caesars, and we got to find the same bet. So we got to go here. We got to go to the Saints game. You got to know how to navigate these books quickly. You're day trading sports. And then what we want to do is be like, okay, over 7.5 is plus 118. So what you want to do is you want to go to a arbitrage calculator, right? Or let me just put it better. You can use the calculator on the middle betting tool. There's literally a calculator right here. So you can just put in here and bet 500 on Resorts World Bet. And this is going to say, hey, bet roughly 430 on Caesars. So I'm like, okay, I'll bet 430 bucks on Caesars. So boom, I hit it. So now I have that bet placed, and then we'll go back here, and then I have over 7.5 first quarter, plus 118. And then this is on Caesars, and I hit this for 430. Now, there's really a few outcomes we care about, right? If there's 7 or fewer points, then the under 8.5 will cash, and the over 7.5 will lose, right? We'll lose our over 7.5. We will cash the under 8.5 if there's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 points. If there's 9 or more points, we'll lose the under, we'll cash the over. And if there's exactly 8 points in the first quarter, we'll cash both bets, which is why this is called a middle bet. And this is why the middle betting tool on OddsJam is so powerful, because it's constantly scanning the markets for these super profitable betting scenarios, which are called middles, right? So we can kind of say, okay, let's say there's, 7 or fewer points. So 7 or fewer points. And then you have 8 points exactly, right? And then you have 9 or more points. So these are really the three situations, right? And then what we can do is we can do, we can do Caesars, and we can calculate our profit and loss for both sports books. Right, so we can go through an example, and again, if it's a little confusing at first, I apologize. And then we can add in a column net profit. So if there's 7 or fewer points, we're losing over 7.5, right? So we're going to be losing 430 bucks on Caesars. But if there's 7 or fewer points, or under 8.5 cashes, so we're winning $500 bet at minus 115 odds. So we're winning 500 times 100 over 115, $434. So our net profit is going to be $4.78. Not bad, right? We're up $4.78 if there's 7 or fewer points, right? Now, if there's 8 points exactly, this is where things get fun because we still win our bet on Resorts World Bet, but we also, right, there's under 8.5 if there's 8 points exactly, but we're also cashing the over 7.5, which is wild, right? We're cashing both bets in this scenario. So we're winning 430 times 1.18. So our net profit is going to be $942. Now, if there's 9 or more points, we're still winning our bet on Caesars, which was over 7.5, but we're losing our bet on Resorts World. So this is 507.4, but we're losing our bet on Resorts World, so we're losing $500. So here, our net profit is $7. So what you'll notice is no matter what happens, so let me just format this as a accounting. No matter what happens, we made money. Now, what's the probability a first quarter ends with exactly 8 points? 2 field goals and a safety, touchdown that has a 2-point conversion. I mean, it's not unheard of, right? It happens sometimes. It's not like super common, and that's why middles are called low-risk lottery tickets. We're making money no matter what, and that is what is so powerful about OddsJam, is it will show us basically any middle above 0%. Not only are you making money no matter what, but you get your, middle in, so you have a chance to win both bets. You have a fun sweat. Hopefully there's 8 points exactly in the Saints game. But also, you get rewards credits, right? Like if we go to Caesars, I mean, granted, I just started betting here, but you can kind of see here, you can see they have all these reward points that you can redeem. So if I go here, I'll redeem, let's see how much they let me redeem, for $83 in cash. So I'm like, sure, I'll take my 8,300 reward credits and I'll redeem that for 83 bonus cash. Why not? That sounds pretty good. So now I have an extra $83 for free. Not particularly bad. And then we can refresh this again and see what other middles are out there. So basically what you can do is hit every single middle above 0%. Like this one looks pretty good too. We have Najee Harris over 86.5, under 90.5. So in this case, you're not losing any money because it's 0%. Your net profit will always be 0. And we could go through another example. If it's helpful, you can comment on this video. We can do a bunch more examples. But essentially, like, if he has 87, 88, 89, 90, rushing plus receiving yards, you'll cash both bets. So it's a fun sweat as a sports bettor because you're not rooting for Najee Harris to only go over or under. You're rooting for him to have a very narrow window. And on top of that, you can't even lose money. It's literally, by definition, a free lottery ticket. If you didn't think free lottery tickets exist, here are some. Right? This is one right here. This is a free lottery ticket, right? You get a massive payout if Najee Harris has 87, 88, 89, or 90 rushing plus receiving yards. So maybe you want to bet that. I don't know. That's kind of up to you. But, you can bet more on this, and then you just refresh, see what else is out there in the market. Here's another one. First half point spread, right? Right here. You make risk-free money, 1.6%, no matter what. And then on top of that, if the Dolphins win by exactly 5 points the first half, which again is a rare outcome, but hey, touchdown and safety, 5-point difference, it's possible, then you'll cash your Patriots plus 5.5, and you'll push your Dolphins bet so you'll get your money back. So this is a super powerful bet. But what you can also see is this just looks like a big line discrepancy. If we actually go to, just see what kind of the odds are priced at, what you can see is let's scroll down to the bet we are looking at. This minus 145 is an ARB to DraftKings, an ARB to 10bet, an ARB to stake. It just kind of looks off from the entire market. So Patriots plus 5.5, that's something we want to dabble in, right? You can see that Pinnacle has the Patriots plus 4.5, minus 181. So being able to get the Patriots plus 5.5, minus 145 sounds pretty good. So what we can do is head over here, go to the NFL, go to the Patriots game, and then we want first half. So lines are on the move, and we want them plus 5.5, minus 145. And then let's hammer it. Boom. So bet placed, which I think is an incredible bet. So you can also use the middles page to just find out, like, where are their line discrepancies? Where's their value? Right here you can see, you're able to get the Patriots plus 5.5, minus 145 on Resorts World Bet, when like DraftKings, Stake is pricing this at minus 204. In Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're minus 181 for the Patriots plus 4.5. We can get the Patriots plus 5.5 at minus 145. Such ridiculous value. Incredible. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was helpful for you. That's obviously the goal of these videos, to help you make money sports betting. And let's make some money.